Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to take an in-depth look at Harvest. We'll highlight all the key features of Harvest, including time and expense tracking, creating invoices, generating reports, and integrating with your team's favorite tools. After watching this demo and exploring all available features through a 30-day free trial, you'll have the knowledge to choose the Harvest plan that's best for your team. When you see this icon, that means it's a feature only available on the premium plan. Because we value transparency, here are a few features you won't find in Harvest. Harvest won't take screenshots of your computer, monitor chats or messages, or track your location. What Harvest does do is make it easy to capture time, gain insights from past projects, and get paid for your work. So let's dive in. Your timesheet in Harvest is located under Timesheet. On the day view of your timesheet, you can start and stop timers as you work, or add entries manually. Every time entry is tracked to a project, organized by client, and to a task. You can also add notes for more detail. Your team can choose to require notes or make them optional. You can enter the number of hours you already worked, or start a timer, which will run until you either stop it or start another timer. And when you link your profile to a Google or Outlook calendar, you can create new time entries right from calendar events. The week view of your timesheet lets you fill out your hours for the whole week at once. If you prefer to track time outside of your browser, our Mac and Windows desktop apps let you save favorite timers and help identify and remove idle time. You can also use our iPhone and Android mobile apps to track time on the go, even offline. Offline entries will sync to your timesheet once you reconnect to the internet. Because Harvest is web-based, your timesheet will be up to date, no matter where you're tracking from. With all this flexibility, Harvest time tracking is a seamless addition to your team's daily workflow. Expenses are tracked to your Harvest timesheet under Expenses. Every expense is tracked to a project, organized by client, and an expense category, and can include notes for more detail. Some expense categories, like mileage for example, can be set up with unit prices for more intuitive tracking. Expenses can also be marked as billable, so you can pull them onto an invoice later. For added transparency, you can attach receipts to expenses. In fact, you can take a photo of the receipt right from our mobile app, making expense tracking even easier when you're on the go. And a report of those receipt images can be attached to the invoice you send to your client, so you can get reimbursed for your project costs. By using Harvest's timesheet approval features, you can ensure the accuracy of your team's tracked time before you invoice clients, or make important decisions based on reporting. Timesheets are submitted on a weekly basis. Time and expenses are always submitted and approved together. You can set up a team-wide deadline for timesheet submission, as well as automated reminders to prompt everyone to track and submit their time. From there, you'll be able to see who did or didn't submit their timesheets, catch any mistakes, and finally, approve the timesheet. Once a timesheet is approved, the whole week will be locked against editing, ensuring completely accurate invoices and reports. In the Projects section, you'll find a clear, summarized report of each project's budget and costs in real time, so that you can be sure everything's running smoothly. And if your account is integrated with Forecast, our team scheduling and capacity analysis tool, you'll even see scheduled hours here too. Let's take a closer look at creating a new project. Each project is for a specific client. You can also add project codes, start and end dates, and notes, and set the project report permissions. And if you integrate with Forecast, you can automatically create the new project there too. There are 3 project types: time and materials, fixed fee, and non-billable. The project type determines how you'll invoice your client for the work you've done, and how you'll report on your project. Time and materials projects are invoiced by the hour at specific billable rates. The more billable hours you work, the more you charge. You can use a project billable rate for all hours tracked to the project, or person billable rates, using default or custom rates for each teammate, or task billable rates. On the other hand, you should choose the fixed fee project type if you're invoicing your client a set price for the overall project, no matter how many hours are worked. The non-billable project type is for when you won't invoice your client at all. This is great for internal projects. Project budgets help your team track their progress, anticipate problems before they come up, and inform future projects. You can budget in fees or hours, and set up automated email alerts for when a certain percentage of the budget is reached. For time and materials and non-billable projects, and fixed-fee projects that budget in hours, you can also set the budget to automatically reset every month. All time in Harvest is tracked to tasks, and these can be customized per project. Each task can be marked billable or non-billable, and any time tracked to billable tasks on a time and materials project can be invoiced. In the Manage section, you can set up common tasks that are automatically added to all projects along with their default billable rates. And you can add or remove tasks from each project as needed. Any teammate assigned to a project can track time to any task on that project. From within their profiles, certain teammates can also be assigned to all projects automatically. People set to manage the project are able to report on it and approve its hours, so they have a well-informed view of how the project's going. A Harvest project page turns timesheet data into insightful reports to help you make decisions and keep the project on track. The project progress graph shows how tracked hours have accumulated over time. And if your project is integrated with Forecast, you'll actually see the expected budget spend projected into the future, including when the project might go over budget. The hours per week graph compares each week's billable and non-billable hours, plus scheduled hours if you're connected to Forecast. Below that, you'll see total hours tracked to the project, the total budget, spent, and remaining, internal costs, which are calculated by each teammate's cost rate multiplied by their hours plus expenses, and the uninvoiced amount for the project. You'll find useful details about a project's track time and financials in the table below. Hours are broken down by task and by person. Time and materials projects will have a billable amount column, which uses the billable rates you set for the project, multiplied by the hours tracked. And if you're connected to Forecast, you'll also see scheduled hours versus tracked hours for each person. If you have a fixed fee project, and you want to know how wisely you set its total project fee, Adding a fee-based budget with billable rates will surface an if billed hourly column, showing hypothetical billable amounts for the hours tracked. So you can use this information to better price your next project. In the Invoices tab, you'll find all invoices linked to the project. And you can even create a new invoice based on your tracked time, expenses, or fixed fees, right from the projects page. Harvest turns timesheets into invoices that can be paid online, so you can accurately bill clients and get paid quickly. You can create a single invoice, or create recurring invoices that are automatically generated on a set schedule. When creating a single invoice, you'll tell Harvest which of a client's projects, hours, and expenses you'd like to include. Harvest will automatically suggest the preferences you chose the last time you created an invoice for this client. Or you can choose different options, so that your invoice pulls in the exact hours and expenses you want to bill. If you've collected money up front from your client using a retainer, you can apply those funds to the invoice as well. When reviewing the draft invoice, default values will be automatically pulled in from your customized preferences, such as taxes, due dates, and notes, which can include helpful details about how to send payment, for example. You can also make any changes you need here, such as editing the subject line, adding or removing line items, adjusting the portion of the total project fee you want to invoice for a fixed fee project, or reordering rows. Once you save the draft invoice, all time and expense entries included on it will be marked as invoiced and locked from editing, so you'll always know exactly what has been invoiced. You can then send the new invoice off to your client, right from Harvest. Your client can view all their open and recently paid invoices from their client dashboard. No signing in required. And if you have online payment set up through Stripe or PayPal, it's easy for clients to submit safe, secure, fast payments. You can save even more time by setting up recurring invoices for repeat customers. Recurring invoices can be based on tracked time and expenses for a set time period, or be freeform. They can be sent to your client automatically, or saved as a draft that you can review and edit before sending. If a recurring invoice is sent automatically and you have our Stripe integration enabled, your clients can even set up automatic recurring payments, a convenient option for you both. Harvest invoices are customizable too. You can add a logo, add personal touches to your email messages, configure field labels, and more. You can also set up automatic thank you messages after payment, as well as late invoice reminders, so your clients are always kept in the loop, hassle-free. If you use QuickBooks Online or Xero, you can streamline your accounting by automatically copying over all invoices and payments from Harvest. And if you're away from your computer but need to check on an important invoice, you can view open and closed invoices, send existing drafts, and record payments, all from our mobile app. After tracking time and analyzing your past projects in Harvest, you'll be confident about what's needed to get the next job done. When it's time to share that scope with clients, you can create and send them a new estimate. Harvest estimates are simple to create and similar to freeform invoices. After sending the estimate to your client, they can either accept or decline it. And once you've done the agreed upon work, you can convert an accepted estimate into an invoice. Harvest provides a wide selection of visual reports to analyze your team's time, project profitability, and more. The time report gives you a clear view of your team's hours, filtered across clients, projects, tasks, and people. You can choose the time frame, then drill down on the data you care about most. For an even closer look, the detailed time and detailed expense reports show you each and every entry that falls within the filters you select. This report also includes time or expense entry notes. The profitability report gives visual insights into revenue, cost, and profit margin in order to track your team's performance over time. With this report, you can see what work is driving your bottom line, with profitability reports for every client, project, person, and task. The activity log lets you keep tabs on your team's activity with the ability to review time entries and changes, timesheet approval actions, and updates to projects. You can dive deeper into irregular or missing time entries to ensure the accuracy of your invoices and reports. See when timesheets were submitted and who approved them, and get more detail about changes to projects, streamlining team communications so everyone's on the same page. And our uninvoiced report in the report section, and invoice and payments received reports in the invoices section make it easy to check on what was paid when and what's still outstanding. While filtering harvest reports to focus on the data you prioritize, you can even save and share those settings, ensuring your team is always up to date with the latest data. You can set a schedule for the reports to automatically generate and send, reducing the time spent creating bespoke reports and manually exporting data. Or you can export harvest report data to Excel, CSV, or PDF at any time. Custom exports allow you to build and download custom views of your data so that you can further analyze in your tool of choice. The team section of Harvest gives you insight into team capacity to improve productivity and reduce burnout. Here, you can add and invite new people to join your team. You can also archive people to remove them from the account while retaining a historic record of their data. You'll see your team's total tracked hours compared to their capacity per week. Billable versus non-billable hours show how people are spending their time. And you can filter this view by pinned teammates or role. An orange dot means the person currently has a timer running. If you click on someone, you'll see a summary report of their week. It shows their time tracked compared to their capacity in billable and non-billable hours, hours per day, and a visual graph of time spent per project and task. You'll also see a list of all their individual time entries for the week, so this page is a convenient place to make any necessary edits. Each teammate in Harvest has a unique profile. In the Basic Info section, you can assign a person to roles, adjust their capacity, add a photo, and more. In the Rates section, you can configure the default billable rates used on applicable projects. You can also add the effective dates for those rates, keeping your pricing accurate over time. You can do the same for cost rates, which contribute to the total internal costs for all projects the person tracks time to. In the Assigned Projects section, you can quickly adjust what projects the person can track time to and manage. You can even automatically assign a person to all projects from here. If someone has the manager permission level, they can report on and approve timesheets for their assigned people listed here. Team permissions in Harvest give you control over what different teammates are allowed to see and do in your account. There are 3 different levels of permissions: member, manager, and administrator. The baseline member permission level is perfect for anyone who only needs to track and report on their own time and expenses. Members can never see any fees, rates, or other monetary amounts. The mid-level manager permission is ideal for teammates who manage others or are in charge of keeping projects on track. Managers can also be given several additional, optional permissions, letting you customize their access to best contribute to your team. Administrators have the highest level of permissions and can see and edit everything in the account. Finally, in the notifications section of your own profile, you can manage the notifications we send you, such as automated personal time tracking reminders, timesheet submission notifications, and a personalized weekly report of how you spent your time. The Settings section of Harvest has options to customize your account to work how you work. The Preferences section includes settings like timer mode, whether your team tracks time via duration or start and end times. Here, you can also set up timesheet deadlines and reminders, configure time rounding, set your default currency, and more. Harvest integrates with the tools your team knows and loves. From project management solutions like Forecast, our tool that helps you plan staffing needs, schedule your team across projects, and compare scheduled versus tracked time, to finance and payment tools like QuickBooks and Xero that help keep your accounting up to date with less administrative overhead. We also offer browser extensions, so you can track time to Harvest right from your favorite project management tools. And for even more integration flexibility, feel free to check out our powerful API. When it comes to sign-in security, Harvest offers 2-factor authentication, as well as single sign-on through Google or a SAML-based SSO like Microsoft and Okta. These options create a streamlined and consistent way to sign into Harvest with one set of secure credentials. Now that you've seen all the key features of Harvest, go ahead and invite your team, create some projects, and start tracking time. This was just an overview. Our Help Center is full of handy, detailed guides and videos with step-by-step instructions to help get you started. If anything comes up, feel free to contact our support team. You'll hear back from a friendly expert soon. And when you sign up for a Harvest Premium plan, you may be eligible to work with a customer success manager for custom onboarding and training to get your account configured and your team up to speed. Our Premium plan is also where you'll find features like profitability reporting, timesheet approvals, activity log, custom reports and exports, SAML-based SSO, and more. You can learn more about our pricing plans and features at getharvest.com/pricing. Thanks for watching this demo of Harvest. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.